Our name of the lesson is the India during the Maurya period. What is the name of our lesson? That the India during the period of the Maurya period. India during the Maurya period we are going to learn. So first of all we are going to learn about this here. It is a picture of the Cyrus. Cyrus is the name of the king who has established is a vast empire in Iran, where he established in Iran. The empire, they have extended from northwest India to Rome, where they get established the northwest. Northwest means the area in between the north direction and the west direction of India to Rome and even to Egypt in Africa. Who has established the Cyrus? The Cyrus is the name of the king. And even Cyrus, he has established his vast empire only in Iran. Then later on, another Iranian emperor, the name is the Dariush. The name of that it is Dariush. He also wanted to expand his empire. He also wanted to expand his empire, and so that Dariush he recruited some soldier from some area into his army. And from the Greek history, we come to know there is a political relationship between India and Iran. But when it is established, it get established during the time of Emperor Darius. It get established during the time of the Emperor Darius. And he is the first person that he lets that in the suppose right now if he wanted to purchase anything means anything. Okay, so what we are supposed to exchange with the money. We have to exchange with the money. So in the same way, this one, Emperor Darius, he started to use the uniform currency. He started to use the uniform currency in all parts of his empire. So that because of that, what happened? The trade became easier. And the name of that uniform currency is the Darik. Is the Darik. If suppose such kind of question comes, who introduced a uniform currency called Dari, then you should be answerable. It is Emperor Darush. Underline this sentence, students. So it is very important as in the point of the one answer in one sentence and fill in the blank. So you are supposed to underline this that Emperor Darius introduced a uniform currency called the Darik. And this because of this uniform currency, the trading becomes easy. And the capital of this Darius Empire is Persepolis. It is what? Persepolis. And just right now, this Persepolis, it is in Iran. Underline this sentence also that what is the capital? The capital of Persepolis. What is the capital of the Darius Emperor? It is a Persepolis. It's the name of the city. And just right now, this Persepolis is in Iran. Okay, so we have learned about the Cyrus, the King Cyrus, and the King Darius. Then now we are going to learn about the King Emperor Alexander. This Alexander wanted to acquire all the empire, all the land. He wanted to cover all the land under his control. So continuously he started to what? with each and every king of that particular region. In the same way, this Alexander came northwest frontier, north means he is a this emperor Alexander is a Greek emperor, and he invaded India at 326 BC. And as we know that Indus was a part of the India. So after crossing that Indus River, Emperor Alexander he reached to Takshashila. Then same way, when he reached to Takshashila, there were the local kings. Then when the local kings who are started to oppose the Alexander, and whoever the opposing the king Emperor Alexander, he defeated them successfully, and he defeated that with that he defeated that kings and take that area, take that place under his control. In the same way that successfully he reached to the Punjab. Then the army along with this emperor, he gets tired with a lots of fighting with the people, and they are away from their houses, from so many ones. So they started to raise their voice. They started to raise their voice against this emperor Alexander. So by seeing this aggression of the soldiers, the emperor Alexander has decided to go back to their house. So they have decided. So, but while going back to the house, Emperor Alexander, he appointed satrap. He appointed satrap to administer the conquered territories. What? He appointed a Greek officer to administer the conquered territories. Okay. Then while going back, this Emperor Alexander died at Babylon. Where he died? He died at Babylon. And right now, Babylon, it is in Iraq. Where? Babylon, it is in Iraq. Okay. Due to this Alexander invasion, there is a trade relationship between India and the western world. And even the historian who accompanied Alexander, who introduced, means he's the only that Emperor Alexander who introduced India to the western part of the world. And even the Greek sculpture, he influenced the Indian art, and they get because of this, Gandhara school of art get rises. And what is a Gandhara school of art? I mean, it is an art where only they have sculpted they have sculpted the model of the Gautam Buddha. So detailed information about it we are going to learn in the next lesson. Okay. So there were then the Greek king, this Alexander, such kind of the Greek kings, they started to mint the coin. But whatever the characteristics means the speciality of these kings are that in a one side of the coin they engrave or they carve the picture of their own king, and the other side the picture of their own god. And even in the one side there is a picture of king, below that they write their own name. These are the important feature and characteristics of the coin of the Greek king. So it is very important, students, make the underline that what is the characteristics or importance of the Greek coins, that on one side the coin had a picture of the king who had minted the coin, and other side a picture of a Greek god. So student, please underline that line. Really, underline that line. It is very important as in the point of the exam. So here there is a name of the Chandragupta Maurya. Then this as who are asking that teacher what is mean by the Maurya Empire. This Maurya Empire get founded by the Chandragupta Maurya. That in the last lesson that we have learned that the Nanda king, that is, he is very rude with the people. Then the young, dashing, and the a young dashing the ambitious youth has come. That the name of that ambitious youth is the Chandragupta Maurya that we have learned. His surname is the Maurya, so that we call that Maurya Empire. So the Nanda kings, the people, they get tired. The tyrannical rule means very rude, very harsh rule of the Nanda king. And the Chandragupta Maurya that ended the Nanda king empire, and he established his Maurya empire in Magadha around 325 BC. Then he also won Avanti and Saurashtra, and he started to begin his own empire. Okay, even he started to his begin own empire also. Then after the Alexander's death, after the Alexander's death, there is a struggle in between all the satraps that we wanted to become a king. We wanted to become a king. Okay, then what happened? Then Seleucus Nicator was a Alexander's general. Okay, Alexander's general. And after the death of the Alexander, he became a king of the Babylon. Why king of the Babylon? Because he was from Babylon. Then he came to an India, and he came to an India and fought. He again the India. He invaded the India and wanted to capture the whole India in his region. Okay, but the Chandragupta Maurya fought with the Seleucus Nicator, and even he defeated the Seleucus Nicator, who Chandragupta Maurya, and made the Kabul, northwest part of the Kabul, Khandar, Herat in the Maurya Empire. Okay, students, so that we have learned about it. Even Magathens. Magathens is a Seleucus Nicator's ambassador. What underline this, that in your textbook they have written that the Magathens, what? Magathens is a Seleucus Nicator ambassador. He stayed back in the Chandragupta Maurya's court. And even if you wanted to get the more information about, if you wanted to know about the more information about the Chandragupta Maurya, or sorry, if you wanted to study about the Maurya period, then Indica is the name of the book which is written. From this book, we get the lots of information about it. And the Chandragupta Maurya, it is a picture of the Sudarshan Dam. It is a picture of the Sudarshan Dam. And students, you cannot believe that this Sudarshan Dam is built during the time of the Chandragupta Maurya, during his time. And where it is in Junagadh. It is in Junagadh in Gujarat states. Okay, students, so that we have learned about it. Now next, after the death of the Chandragupta Maurya, his son Bindusara gets succeeded the Maurya Empire. Then after the death of the Bindusara, his son King Ashoka is sit on the throne of the Maurya Empire. But before the king before the emperor, before the sitting on the throne of the Maurya Empire, he has a governor. Governor means it's a kind of the head. He has a governor of Takshashila and Ujjain, who, if suppose the question is asked that before the sitting on the throne or before he came to the throne, who is appointed as a governor of Takshashila and Ujjain, then you should be answerable that it is the Emperor Ashoka. And as the governor, he had successfully crushed the revolt, whatever the fought against in the Takshashila. He crushed that. And after becoming an emperor of Magadha, he started to launch a campaign against the state of Kalinga. And Kalinga, currently, just right now, Kalinga, it is a part of the Odisha. And this Kalinga is also conquered by the Ashoka. And even the Ashoka, he extended his empire from Afghanistan into the northwest part, Nepal in the north, and to Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh in the south part, and from Bengal in the east to Saurashtra. From this period till that period, or in this area, King Ashoka, they have expanded the Maurya Empire. Where they expanded the Maurya Empire, it is very important as in the fill in the blanks or short notes. Please underline it that the Ashoka Empire, they have extended from Afghanistan in the northwest, Nepal in the north, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh in the south, and Bengal in the east to Saurashtra. Students, it is very important. Please underline it. And the Kalinga War. Really, students, the Kalinga War has changed the life of the Ashoka. Really, he has changed the life. This war changed the life because in this war there is a bloodshed. Bloodshed means so many people get died from in Kalinga also, and from the in the army of the Ashoka also, so that he get distracted that what he has done only for the he wanted to conquer a particular area, a particular region. For that he has to kill so many people, so that he come to believe that truth, non-violence, compassion, and forgiveness were the important values. Really, these are the important values. Underline it, student, that the King Ashoka started to believe that which are the important values. The important values are truth, what? Truth, non-violence, compassion, and forgiveness. These are the important values of the life. Okay, and even Ashoka wanted to spread this teaching among the people. So he is a king. It is not possible to reach each and everyone's house. So what he has done, he started to build. He started to build the pillars. He started to spread his teaching through the pillars and through the stone inscription. He started to build all that pillars throughout his kingdom. And this writing, the writing on that pillar, it is in the Brahmi script. And in that inscription, they written, Devanamapiyo Dasi. It means that the God, and he looks on the affection. And another inscription state that the 8 year after he ascended the throne. When he seated on the throne of the empire, then he conquered, means he take the Kalinga, had changed the heart on seeing the devastation. The meaning of the devastation, it means it is destruct. Really, because in that Kalinga was totally, it is destruction only. And the every war, it causes destruction. So how we come to know when he's after the 8 years after sitting on the throne. Then the inscription of Emperor Ashoka at Delhi Topda. The inscription of Emperor Ashoka at Delhi Topda shows that he put the strict restriction. Even right now also in our India, even in our, not in our, in all over the world, there is a certain kinds of laws and orders, both laws and orders for the animals. We cannot hunt them. But the Chandragupta Maurya has already put a restriction in his time that we are not supposed to hunt the bats, monkeys, sorry, monkeys, rhinoceros, and setting fire of forest. He put the restriction on it. And even, okay, so we have learned about it regarding the King Ashoka, what he has done. Now the next, Emperor Ashoka, he did so many, he wanted to spread the Buddhism. He wanted to spread the Buddhism. So in this picture, you see very well that the King Ashoka, he sent her daughter Sangamitra and son Mahendra to Sri Lanka to send to spread Buddhism. To whom King Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka sent to Sri Lanka to spread Buddhism, his son Mahendra and daughter Sangamitra to Sri Lanka. Even the Chandragupta Maurya also sent some Buddha bhikkhus to the west part of Asia, central part of Asia, and he built many stupas and viharas. Stupas and viharas is, it means that where the teaching is very, it is easy to spread. So it is a kind of the rest house for, not rest house, it is a place to spread the teaching. It is a place where that the bhikkhus can stay and do the work to spread the teaching. Now the public welfare activities. Public welfare activities is suppose now the King Ashoka, Emperor Ashoka, he also think about the welfare activities. What he did, he made a provision of free medicine, free medical treatment, not only for the people as well as for animals also. And even he built various roads. Even he built the various roads, planted trees on both the side of the road, and even he dug wells and built dharmashalas. So what are the public welfare activities? Then you should know he made the provision for free medicines and medical treatment for people as well as for animals. And he built roads and planted trees for shade on both the side of the roads. And even he dug wells also and built dharmashala. Okay, now we are going to learn about the administration. See, administration of the Maurya period. First, it is what the eastern region, that Toshali. In eastern part of it is they are in the, it is in Odisha part, eastern part. Then in a western region, it is the Ujjaini. Just right now, it is in the Madhya Pradesh. Then in a south part, it is a Suvarnagiri. In a southern region, they have divided into Suvarnagiri. The Suvarnagiri, just right now, it is in Karnataka. In northern part, the northern region, that is a Takshashila. Takshashila. It means it is right now this Takshashila, it is in Pakistan. In these four regions, is divided is Maurya Empire for administrative convenience. Okay, which one? The eastern part, that is Toshali, Odisha, western region, Ujjaini, Madhya Pradesh, southern region, Suvarnagiri, that is in Karnataka, northern region, it is in Takshashila, that is in Pakistan. Okay, and the student, it is very important that the this one, Patliputra is the capital of the Maurya Empire. Patliputra is the capital of the Maurya Empire. As we learned in the last lesson also, that Patliputra is a capital of the Magadha Empire. Magadha Empire during the time of the Ajat Shatru. And just right now, Patliputra, it is in the part of the Patna that we have learned. In the same way, during the time of the Maurya Empire, Patliputra was the capital. Okay, and even in this four administration with a student, the Council of Minister, which advised the king in matters of the administration, and there were many officers who are working at a different level, and each is where they are very efficient, and intelligence service which kept the administration and the movement of the enemies. In if any emperor is there, definitely he should have a proper or intelligence service, so that we can save our empire from the attack of the enemies. Okay, then we are going to learn about the life of the Maurya Empire. Okay, life of people of the Maurya Empire. How the people's life were there. So as usual, during the time of the Maurya period, agriculture is the main occupation. Even now also in our India, agriculture is also is a main occupation. Harappan, during Harappan civilization, the agriculture is the main occupation. In the same way, in Maurya Empire also, during the Maurya Empire, agriculture is also a main occupation, and they started to give more importance to that. Even trade and the other occupation is also get the importance. And even along with that agriculture, ivory means what, the teeth of the elephants or the teeth of the animals, and the weaving, dyeing, clothing and metal work. Normally if you have seen that there is a carving work or engraving, carving and engraving a design, sort of the design on the teeth of the animals, in the weaving, metal work. These kind of trade they were also is also there during the Maurya period. Even the black glazed pottery means some pot having that mirror, na. So that pottery is known as the glazed pottery. That pottery is also get produced, and even the shipbuilding was also carried out on a very large scale. In metalwork, the technology of making articles of other metals has also get developed during this period. And even various festivals were also celebrated in the villages and the towns. Even the dance, music concert were also a part of the entertainment. Because right now if we wanted to dance, we have so we have our music system, we on that and we started to dance, we start to dance. Okay, but during that time, what, there is a music concert, means the peoples are coming and they even they play. That is only music concert for them. Dance, the people coming together and other peoples are watching. That is only dance. Even wrestling bouts. Wrestling bouts means it's a kind of the game. Even the chariot Chariot races were also popular, and so they were the board games. Board games means a kind of the chess was also, and the chess is also called the Ashtapad. What is mean by the Ashtapad? If you will observe the chessboard very carefully, how many blocks are there? 8 blocks are there. Observe it carefully. How many blocks are there? 8 blocks are there. So that's why it is a Ashtapad. So chess is also called the Ashtapad. So underline this line, student, that chess was called dash. Chess was called Ashtapad. Now here art and literature. Student, during the time of the Emperor Ashoka, art of rock cut is a sculpture was promoted. So that's why that we have learned when the Ashoka wanted to spread his teaching, so he started to erect it, started to engrave his teaching on that pillars, so that pillars get erected by the Ashoka, and it is an excellent example of the Indian sculpture. And what on this pillar, especially it is a picture like the lion, elephant, and bull on this picture, and the chakra or the wheel on the Ashoka pillar at Sarnath has a place of honor on the Indian national flag that we have discussed. That there is a chakra or wheel on our national flag. That from where we have taken the Sarnath pillar, which was erected or which is erected by the Ashoka. And this is a four-headed line. And normally we can see only the 3 line and the 1 line. It is on the back side. This is a official seal. It is what the official seal of government. Even this pillar, it is this picture, the four-headed lion, the national emblem of our India. What it is? National emblem of India. It is also there we have taken from the pillar. So and even this cave sculpture, if you will observe it, this cave sculpture is a Barabar Hill. Is Barabar Hills, which is carved during the time of the Ashoka. And just right now, this cave, carved cave, it is in Bihar. It is in Bihar. And after the death, what? After the death of the Emperor Ashoka, the Maurya Empire started to decline. Maurya Empire started to decline. And after the Mauryas, many new states and some empire also get emerged in India. The Maurya Empire was the largest empire in ancient India. Okay, after that we have learned that at the end of the Maurya Empire, the Maurya Empire just started to decline. So after his death, there were various dynasties came to an end. Various dynasties come to an end. So which are that dynasties in the north part of the India and in the south part of the India. So we are going to learn in the next lesson. Okay, students. So here we are finished with our lesson.